Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for our last Whiskey Wednesday of 2023. We haven't missed a Wednesday all year, 52 Wednesdays. Here we are, completed the whole set, and we get to do it in style tonight. We've got the finale of our Advent Challenge. So I know we've got some very nervous people that have been texting me all day, anxious about these results. It's going to get interesting. And we get to celebrate with one of our favorite people. Dusty Dan's here today. So he gets to enjoy the Advent pour for week 4. And then we just get to shoot the crap the rest of the night. So without further ado, we got a busy agenda. Let's kick off the show. Thanks for joining, everybody. All right. We got 22 people in here so far. People are coming in. Thank you, everybody. And we will go over the super chats and the giveaways here tonight, recap where we are on this Advent challenge. But let's pull in everybody else. And I'm going to pull everybody in with a question. Darrell, I'm going to start with you. What has been your favorite pour of the Advent challenge so far? Implying you remember them.
So, all right, let's do this. Well, cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here for this last Wednesday of the year. But to think about it, I know the McKenna threw me for a loop, which was week 1. Week 2, I'm trying to think. I know week 3 was the backbone. What was week 2?
Week 2 was the Starlight, finished in the thing that I pronounced
3.
Live that first time, and now I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Backbone for me. Because I just remember as soon as I nosed it, like, you see my answers.
Sure.
The Pinot. Yeah, that's right. Pinot they shut on. But yeah, I was locked in on MGP as soon as I nosed it last week, and I just love that profile. That's like the classic MGP that we know. You know, that vanilla, that graham cracker that it's hard to kind of fool us to. You know, but yeah, that's the favorite so far. So we'll see, you know, if this kind of takes it up a notch.
We'll see. That's why I'm asking the question now. You know, get your answer before we go into this one. Maybe you'll hate it. Maybe you'll like it. We'll see. It is peated. Speaking of someone who's allergic to peat, we'll bring in Kelsey here. Kelsey, same question. What's going to be your favorite so far between weeks 1 to 3?
I have to agree with Darrell. I think the Starlight's been my favorite. I did not prefer the McKenna. It was way too oaky. And the backbone was okay, but it was a weird profile for me. So I tend to like that Starlight so far, being the best. So that's what I'll go with.
All right. I think a lot of people agree with you on that one.
I went backbone.
Oh, you went backbone. Yeah, I'm going with Starlight. Yeah, the backbone profile was too weird for me. I didn't like that as much.
Interesting.
Well, Dan, I know you can't answer the exact same question, so I'll change it up a little bit. What has been your favorite pour of December so far?
Favorite pour of December so far? Man, Jeff, put me on the spot. Man, shoot, that's tough. I'm gonna say the K. Luke Keenan Reserve. That's when I tried it. So
all right.
I think that definitely takes probably the top spot for me. So cheers, everyone. Thanks for having me on for this very last Whiskey Friends Wednesday. Appreciate it, guys.
Not the very, very last. Just not the very last of 2023.
Up for the Advent calendar.
Plenty more Whiskey Wednesdays to come.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, we were talking about K. Luke in the back. Darrell dropped a review today, a batch 7. He was raving about that, but then they keep going back to the Cabernet finished one. So
yeah,
it's so good.
Now I'm just like, now I got FOMO about all these K. Lukes.
Yeah, Jonathan's killing it, man.
He really is. I'm excited to see what he does next year. Like what I know, he can't reveal everything, So
he's got some single barrels in the works.
He does have some single barrels in the works, yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah. I need to put my little list in. See if I can get a barrel.
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh, man. I'm excited, though, about this, man. Sample sitting here, getting some air.
Yep.
Look at that darkness, man. That is so dark.
I got the last of the bottle right here. This is it.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be my first and last pour of this thing.
Do you have a backup?
I do not.
Ah.
Well, not to give anything away. It still could be anything.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you have back. The only thing I know backups of is like Boone and ECBP.
Well, before we get too deep, we got 40 people in here now. Kelsey, why don't we say hi to some people?
All right, let's get started. I'm pretty sure Top Dog again was the first one in here. So we'll say cheers to Top Dog because he usually is. And then I think our good friend who's killing me is Christine Vasco in this challenge. She was in here early. Cheers to you. And Stalzy, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah,
hope you had a Merry Christmas, man. EMC is in here. Ben Drammond is in here. Mark is, oh, shoot. What did I just do?
You did it.
Okay.
It's working.
Okay. My screen went away. That was crazy. That was creepy. John Cloud is in here. Gandy Road, cheers to you, buddy. The Better Whack herself is in here. Dana, cheers to you. Norseman, cheers to you, buddy. Jason. If you guys didn't see my post on the dino ribs, you guys need to check out my Facebook. This guy can cook some freaking dino ribs.
I've seen him.
Todd Ritter, our executive producer, is in here. JG, thank you, buddy. Good to see you in here. Slapshot is in here. Mr. Jiggs and the Turk Meister himself, Ethan Turk is in here. Good to see you. Hope you guys are having a good time with family. I think they're still traveling. Shauna Marie D, good to see you in here as usual. My buddy Chig is in here. What's up, Sam? Good to see you, buddy. Old Pirate Bourbon is in here. Bourbon Whiskey Uncensored is in here. Cheers to you. What about his chest hair?
Yeah, we don't have the quota of chest hair.
Oh, there you go. There you go. He's showing it off. Oh goodness, we're getting close to being caught up here. I think everybody is. See, John Cloud. Did I say John Cloud? I think I did. Cheers to you, buddy. Keith Thompson. That's a new one that's in here. Lance is in here. Bob Glass, John DeRico, and my Arkansas buddy, Henry Turner. Cheers, man.
Cheers, Henry.
We had all the patrons in here. They're coming in to see this challenge finale.
David Smith is in here. Our buddy, Big Vic, is in here. Vic and I were chatting earlier. We're finally ready to open some Secret Santa gifts, I think. I know I am. Mine's been in my closet staring at me ever since I got it 2 weeks ago. H is in here. And
everyone's calling me evil for this flight. I was so nice, Dan, and everyone's calling me evil.
We are caught up.
All right.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Gosh, Merry Christmas, everybody, too. Gosh, hard to believe that was just 2 days ago. Man,
nuts.
It does not seem like 48 hours ago.
Isn't that weird?
That is real weird.
2 days ago. Got my kid's birthday tomorrow. Should be 12 years old.
Well, we'll get into the super chat giveaways in just a moment. I'll do that while these guys are getting to know this pour. So let me pull up the presentation here. We'll do just a quick recap, everybody. You know, we are doing this Advent Challenge. We've been doing it week after week in December. This is the fourth and final sample. We had 17 participants elect themselves to be tortured by me. They got all of these samples, and then they filled out a Google form in advance with all their guesses. They had to guess proof, age, type, finish, state, distillery, and bottle. So, Dan, these are all the things I will be asking you here.
Hold on, Jeffrey. All right, let me write this stuff down. All right, age, type, finish.
This one smells good, Jeff.
State. Distillery and bottle. Okay, got it.
Distillery, bottle.
All right.
Cheers,
Hey,
Big Vic.
Vixen.
Thank you. Big Vic is in.
Thanks for kicking us off, buddy. You're in it to win it.
Doesn't even know what he's going to win yet.
A recap here of all the weeks. I mean, everything is super close. Ben Hernandez has been killing it. He is in the lead with 32 points week after week. He has done really, really well. Right behind is the best Vasco, 31 points there, also tied with Gandy Road. But, hey, the Turks aren't too far behind at 29 points. Mr. Jiggs is at 28. And the best part is there is a side story going on where Mr. Jiggs and Vic have their own little side rivalry. And they've been nipping at each other week after week on who's on top. So I don't even know if they care if they're in the top 3 or not and get the prizes. They just want to beat each other.
What does Vic have?
Cheers, Mark.
Vic has, I think, 25. I'll have to go double check that.
I'm getting beat by Big Vic. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? I think mine and Darrell's must be wrong. I think I should be 20.
He had 26. Vic's at 26. Now keep in mind they do get some bonus points when they do score more than you two, so that gives them a little extra points too. So it's not necessarily apples to apples, but you get the point there. But Kelsey, I think some of it that's been off. You were kind of turned off as you said at the start. The McKenna and the backbone kind of hit you the wrong way. So when you get a sample that does that in a blind flight, it messes with your answers too.
Yep.
All right.
Oh God, this smells freaking so good.
That's the recap there. I'm going to pull this away and then remove that because I'll have to do some updates there on the fly to that. Ooh, I have seen the scores already, and this is going to get interesting, fellas. So you are welcome to smell it, taste it, and then I'll get into the super chat, guys. So cheers. Right. I've got that last of that too. I will at least enjoy this first sip with you guys.
I just been nosing, dude, and oh my God.
So I'm going to do something different on mine, Jeff. I'm going to do a Michter's flight. You're going to do WLW and Weller. I'm going to do Michter's 2023 bourbon, Michter's 2023 rye, Michter's toasted rye, and a Fort Nelson rye.
Wait, who's doing WLW? Did I miss that?
Jeff,
I'm doing a WLW. I'm getting crazy. Come on, we're celebrating New Year's. I'll try to get this out for whoever gets it.
So again, you've got a Weller flight including WLW. You've got a Michter's flight including both the bourbon and the rye from this year, the toasted rye, and the Fort Nelson rye. So those will be my 4 that I'll give away.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'll come back. I'm going to think of something good. And I'll let you guys know in a few minutes. Let's figure it out. Well, we'll end with a bang for this year.
Okay. So, Dana. There we go.
I never hear him.
So Dana got me a Weller 12 last week for MSRP in Ohio. So that kind of inspired me here. So
nice.
I'll throw in Weller 12. We'll do a sample of CYPB. We'll do another sample of foolproof. We're going full tater, and then, hey man, this bottle's got to go. Let's do some William LaRue.
What year is that from, Jeff?
2019, I'm pretty sure. 128 proof.
Yeah. All right.
Lance,
so that's going to be the Weller flight.
Cheers to you, buddy. Good luck.
Oh man,
some killer flights going out tonight. That's for sure.
Oh yeah! Thank you so much, everybody. So let me know what you guys think of that. I will give you essentially, 5 to 10 minutes here to enjoy it before I start getting everybody's answers, and that'll give me a chance here to catch up on the super chat. So I'll get these entered in here.
Darrell, this tastes very, very, very familiar to me. Does it taste familiar to you?
It does.
Ooh.
Looking at my whiskey. I got an idea. Well, no, I don't know what it is, but oh God, I just want to just nose this, dude.
I like the nose better than the palate, but the palate is good too. It's drying a lot on the finish. The mid palate and the finish are drying, which makes me think it's finished. along with the nose. I'm giving you guys some answers here, so you might want to write this down.
But is he giving you the real answers, or is he trying to throw Darrell off so that he can catch up?
I don't do stuff like that, Jeff. You're the only one that does that.
Well, see, you have the reputation of not doing it, so now is the perfect time to do it.
Some of us don't have an evil streak in us, Jeffrey.
Hey, that's true.
The nose is fantastic on this too.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into this one. So I haven't sipped this yet either. Let's get in here.
At first, it was giving me some like Four Roses vibes on the nose, but then I went to the palate and I was like, maybe not so much.
Interesting.
Whoa, Chigosaurus.
Hey,
OFC sample. You wish it was an OFC sample.
Oh, that's the wrong. That's why it smells like that.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
I went to my control pour and I nose it again. I'm like, wait, that's not what I just been smelling.
You're like, man, this really changed.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeffrey is Krampus. Oh.
Man, all I try to do is spoil everybody, and they act like they get cool, you know? Jeez. Oh, I'm almost caught up on these super chats. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting in there. Oh, and then Darrell is putting a flight in here as well. We also have one leftover flight of the Advent Challenge. So if you didn't get a chance to experience the 4 pours that we've been doing in December and you are interested, you can win those. And big shout out to GT Mustang, who I accidentally sent him 2 flights, and he sent me the one back. So that's the one that we'll share with everyone here tonight with one of the winners. And then Dusty Dan is going to throw in a Dusty pour as well. He's got the bottle right behind him.
Yep.
So
this Cascade is so this one was distilled at the George T. Stagg Distillery back when it was George T. Stagg Distillery. But it is a Dickel brand, but it was not distilled at Dickel. There's no minerality to it at all, so no worries on that part, the minerality part. The palate on this and the nose on this is pulling me in 2 different directions, Jeff. And
yep, I'm with you. I'm bouncing 50-50 between distillery right now. It's killing me because I want to go with my gut that says this, but I think that I may be wrong if I do. Oh, God.
I definitely drove some people crazy with this one. They were texting me like all weekend, like, what did you do? What'd you put in there? And I just laugh and say something coy and tell them it's Dickel Tabasco, of course.
Dude, I don't like it. I really like this. This is probably my favorite.
Man, JG knew where I was going before I even went there.
Oh, goodness.
Like, again, like on the nose, I
that.
could be fooled by like a Weeder or like a fruity kind of Four Roses, but the palate's different for me. It's taking me into a different direction.
See if you get a different profile if you take a super small sip versus a regular sip. I get a different profile as a small sip on this. It takes away the dryness for me, and it gives you more of what I feel like is the true profile of it than if I take a bigger sip. So,
again, a part of me was feeling that it was finished, and then on the palate, and maybe towards the back, but
dude, this one's. I think I may just go all in on what I think it is. And if it is not that, I definitely don't win. If it is, I got a shot at winning. I'll say that. Darrell is all back and forth and then always comes out. Nah, dude. Well, like the Eagles, yeah. I guess.
At least the Eagles can actually put two games together where they're consistent. The Cowboys will play where they play one game where they blow everybody out and then play like a really bad team and then lose to them like they're getting blown out. So I don't know what the world. So
yeah,
same way.
Ran on Christmas getting blown out. I'm like, what the heck? Granted, I was hoping that Baltimore won because I need freaking San Fran to lose a game, but holy crap! I didn't expect
there's
that.
a Spirited Life. Cheers, friends. Hope you're doing well. This was super fun. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Spirited Life, this is the Vasco's channel. Make sure you guys check them out. And if one of the mods or somebody has the link that can put it in the chat, that would be awesome. Or if you can put it in there, Spirited Life, that'd be great. Great channel, great people. That was so much fun we had with them on Bourbon on the Banks. So,
yeah. And they're having fun rooting for Joe Flacco. What a crazy thing to say out loud, right? Joe Flacco with the Browns has made that team look better than they have.
He's been crushing it, man. He's been crushing it.
Mayfield.
They literally look the best they've looked since they came back from the expansion. Like it's like, and it's Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks, Big Vic, for putting that in there, man. There's the link. You guys go check them out. Give them a sub, a like. Very cool people.
Thank you, Vic. All right. Well, I'll give you 3 more minutes. So lock in your answers.
Are we saying our answers or texting our answers?
We can just say them. I think we're fine. It worked well last week. Goes just as well. And then let's see here. I was gonna say something.
See, man, I've had it. Like, go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
I'm also gonna ask you to rate it between 0 to 10, too. So think about that too, Dan. So where would you rate this pour if it was on your shelf between 0 to 10?
Dude, this God, I'm just gonna go with my gut, dude. I'm like all in.
Just send me your answers, Darrell. I'll copy.
Tell you what.
Yeah, if you do that, I still beat you.
We had somebody else that went all in on something, and woo, did they do really, really good. Like I can't wait to share these scores.
Do you guys have any of you guys ever had the Calumet 16?
Yep.
Yes.
Something reminds me of that in here.
It's the cherry. It's the cherry note is what it reminds. That's the main thing that I get in that one.
Bottle, but something is like is gravitating me towards it.
Look at Jay. It's definitely not that. I just had that bottle like the other day, and one thing that's like a distinguishing factor with that bottle for me is I get like a funky old oaky like farm note, and I get that on a lot of like high age Barton, and this is God, my hair got stuck in my damn mic.
I heard that. I heard that get yanked out of your chin.
Oh man, this is not that.
It's time for a trim, Darrell.
But yeah, I know. It blends in, so you can't really tell how long it is, dude. But like, it's like I go all the way up halfway up my nose. But this, I think. Well, actually, I don't want to give Kelsey any tips, but it's not the Calumet. But I can see maybe why you're thinking that.
Yeah, it's got that cherry note. But what else has the cherry note?
It could be anything. It could even be Dickel.
Could be Dickel without the tickle, you know, like you said.
Let's do this. Everybody's anticipating some answers. Let's go around. I'll get my spreadsheet ready here. Kelsey, let me know if anyone does super chat as I'm doing this, since I'm messing with the different screens. And everybody, thank you so much for all the super chats here tonight. This has been awesome. Gosh, can't wait to end 2023 with a bang and hear these guesses. Let's start with Darrell on proof. We'll go around the screen here clockwise.
107.
All right, 107. Kelsey.
114.
114. Dan.
I was going to say 118.
118.
God, I'm going back and forth now with this shit. No.
All right. Kelsey, now let's start with you on age.
Is this age stated, though?
It is.
It's age stated.
Wait, that's not a clue. Maybe.
He said yes.
You have to say whether or not it's age stated because you're asking me the age.
It is age stated. I already gave that away.
Well, I'm gonna go 10.
10.
This sucks.
Dan?
I know I'm wrong on this one. I'm gonna go 16.
All right. Sticking to that Calumet 16 a little bit.
Well,
what do you think, Darrell?
I'm gonna aim high. Aim high.
All right. Dan, we're gonna start with you. What type do you think it is?
I think it's a bourbon.
Darrell?
Bourbon, for sure.
Kelsey?
Bourbon.
All right. Darrell, back to you. Finished or not finished?
Not finished.
Kelsey?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Dan?
No.
All right. State of distillation, starting with Kelsey.
I'm going to end up hedging on this one because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's
I'm going to go with my bet and go Indiana.
All right. Indiana. Dan?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Darrell?
Indiana. I'm hedging. Like I'm up in the air between Kentucky and Indiana, man. It's two different distilleries, and I think it has to be one of the two. I can't see it not being those two, but we'll see.
Well, so distillery, Dan, back to you.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't give me the profile, though. All right. I'm just going to say Heaven Hill. I don't know. I don't know what else to guess right now.
Okay. Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Darrell?
Wait, distillery, right?
Yep.
My gut says Four Roses, but my body's telling me something else. It's like the argument.
That's what I feel like.
Telling me.
Is your mind telling you no, but your body's telling you something different?
We'll go Four Roses. We'll go Four Roses.
All right.
I think it's 4 Roses on the nose.
Kelsey.
I'm gonna go good old Ross and Squib.
All right, Kelsey's all in.
It's one
bottle guess. Darrell.
I'm just gonna stick with what I wrote, which is the Four Roses LE. But it's fine. I don't think it's that.
Should I be mean and make him go with the year? No.
2019.
Kelsey, let's go to you. Oh, 2019. How do you know that's the one I own?
Man, I don't really have a bottle guess per se. I just know it's going to be like a single barrel pick from MGP.
Yeah.
I don't know there's so many of them out there. I couldn't tell you what bottle.
Go Boone County. Go Boone County.
No, it doesn't have that type of a profile. If this is a Four Roses LE or a Four Roses pick, that's the best Four Roses I've ever tasted.
It could be, man. That nose is giving me all Four Roses. Like 100%.
The nose is Four Roses for me. The palate's freaking MGP, and I'm like, what the heck am I drinking?
That's why I went with what I went with. I mean, it just tastes like MGP.
It does.
See,
but
my guess is way off the charts here, but
where are you at, Dan?
You go at?
I don't even know if Jeff owns a Heaven Hill 17, but I don't know.
Heaven Hill 17.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can see that. I can see that.
It's not like that on the nose, though. That's the thing.
No, it's different on the nose, but I could definitely see some of the similarities where you would get that from.
So where would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10?
For me,
8.5. Like it's just a little bit better for me than the than the Starlight was, because I think I had the Starlight ranked at an 8. So
for me, this is 8.5.
Whole numbers, Kelsey. You going up to a 9? Am I rounding?
Yeah, I'll round it up to a 9.
Okay. I'll be a 9 too. I really like this, and I think I like it because it's freaking MGP, and I'm going with freaking Four Roses.
I'm gonna say it's an 8.
8?
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, why don't you now you can talk amongst yourselves amongst everything you think of this pour or whatever you want to talk about. I need to do some quick grading here.
All right. Let's hit the super chats one more time, guys. If you haven't seen, Darrell is doing a giveaway flight. Jeff is doing an all tater flight with WLW included. And I'm doing an all Michter's flight. So I'm doing Michter's 2023 bourbon and rye, Michter's 2023 toasted rye, as well as Fort Nelson rye. So that'd be my 4 that I'm giving away. So make sure you guys, if you haven't already, get in on those before we turn Super Chats off in about 20 minutes. So, Dan, what's coming up for you? Why don't you tell everybody some stuff coming up for you next year?
Yeah, so, well, before the end of the year, my last review is going to be, well, I may have 2. So I haven't released the K-Luke Keenan Reserve review yet. And then I also have the new 20-year Found North sample here to review as well before the end of the year. So I have that. And then I'll roll out with my top 10 whiskeys of the year in probably the first week of January. Outside of that, I mean, it's trying to get some people together for some barrel picks. I have one in the works for February, and then maybe working on something with you 3 fine fellows here on the screen. So getting something together with you guys, and that's the goal for me for next year is to do 6 barrel picks, preferably all travel related, and then just trying to incorporate as many people as possible. And then also, some of the people who are on screen and in the chat, part of that 2v2 blind challenge that I'm gonna be hosting here beginning of January. First, talking with Jeff and partnering with Jeff. I think the first go around is going to be the elimination, or I'm sorry, the qualifying round. And then after the qualifying round, we'll go into the true bracket. So it's going to be a lot of samples. It's going to be a lot of time spent on logistics and stuff like that. But I think all in all, it's just the whole idea behind it was to kind of bring the community together and have people communicate with someone who they haven't communicated with before and work with together and all that kind of stuff. So all in all, it was just to try to bring the people together. So that's what I got going on for at least the beginning of the year.
Awesome. And so it's kind of, if you guys haven't heard much about this, Dan, tell us a little bit more like what they're going to be doing and who's involved.
Yeah, so we have 40 people, and it's broken down into 20 teams. So it's teams of 2, and I randomly drew all these people, and however they were drawn was who became a team. And basically laid it out bracket style. And, I did some partnering with Jason and partnering with Jeff. And basically came to the conclusion that it's going to be almost like a Matt Madness, but you have a partner that you're going to be communicating with via text or Instagram. And it's basically going to be laid out, again, more of like that Matt Madness style. It's going to be the same kind of questions, the proof, the age, the type,
awesome.
Distillery, things of that nature. So, but I'm going to incorporate every whiskey that I own. There's not going to be, it's not just going to be just finished or anything like that. I'm going to put a lot of thought behind it. So there may be finished with ryes, with bourbons, they may be wheaters, they may be something else. So it's all going to be kind of mixed up to try to make it as difficult as possible for people. But I will incorporate everything that I own. And again, there's nothing really off limits, except I think I was talking to Rel. No, I don't think I'm going to throw in any Dusties on this one. But again, I think it's just going to be a single elimination after the qualifying round. I think Jeff and I talked about that. And the lowest 4 scores I think are out, and then the rest of them go into the Elite 8 as a team. So it's fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I think it's going to wind up leading up into Madness, which will work out pretty well. But looking forward to it. So
very cool.
Oh God, it's funny.
Did you hear who my partner is, Kelsey?
No, who?
Trev.
Oh God,
Urban Ranch.
Well, you better be ready because he ain't gonna be much.
Oh, I am ready. And I am going to be bringing it this year.
There you go.
Oh shit! There we go. And Jeff's got the first qualifying round too. So he's part of the first qualifier.
Oh, I am ready. I'm probably going to get just demolished for, making everybody do this challenge. There's just going to be some karma that comes around.
Yeah, some bourbon karma is going to be happening.
So Jeff and Trev are up against Eric Damaris and the Bourbon Judge.
It's going to be
Yeah.
The
Bourbon Judge is such a cool dude.
He's great. Marcus is really cool.
All right. I almost got this done. I know anticipation's going crazy. I'm just doing some double checks here,
That's very true, Jason.
I can't wait to see how bad I did.
Let's see. I think I got that right. Yep. I got that right. That is it. Wow. What's about to happen here?
You got a tie?
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I'm not saying nothing. All right, let's get into some reveals here. Let me pull this presentation back up. Well, thank you everybody we got 64 people in here. We are about to go over our finale for the Advent Challenge. We have 17 contestants. The scores are really tight, and they are going to get tighter with a few surprises in store for this reveal. But let's see what we're drinking here. So I'll pull this presentation back up.
Hardcore question.
We'll go through it bit by bit here. Here we go. Man, I always
forget.
Not
week 1. This is week 4, by the way.
I always forget this one slide. Could I just said Advent Challenge and done myself a favor? Jeez. All right. So let's start with proof. So as we go through this here, everyone is across the board on proof, and you heard the exact same thing from our panel here. Darrell was at 107. Kelsey said, let me pull up yours, 114, and Dusty Dan said 118. You can see too where it comes to all the guesses here, just across the board. Most people kind of gravitated more towards the low end than the high end. And those that gravitated on the low end were more correct. The proof on this one is 103.
Wow.
What?
And the closest person we had was Todd Ritter, who guessed 105. And that is back-to-back weeks that Todd was the closest on proof. Good job, Todd.
I said 100. Well, I had 100. I crossed it out and went 107. He still would have got it anyway over me, but I had 100 at first. Then it drank a little hotter. Nice job, Todd. Kicking butt.
Todd.
So then when it comes to year, people were all across the board on this one. The most popular answer was actually, in this 4 to 6 range, where 7 people kind of put it there. Now, some of those same people then went on to say it was finished. So that's kind of the dynamic that people were playing with. Is it old or is it finished? And that's why a lot of people were coupling around 6 years. But some other people, 10 to 12 years, 13 plus years, all the way up to 23 years was the biggest guess.
It's got some nice oak on it, man. If it's not old, all right, I was going to say, God, he nailed that too? God,
nailed that too. Look at that. Boom.
Oh, my God.
You send Todd the answers, Jeffrey.
Todd, 15 years on the button. That's exactly 15 years, and it is 15 years age-stated, Kelsey. Age-stated.
Man, you said 16, buddy, so you were the closest out of us.
Yeah, Dan was
this is not
right
there. 15 year. I'm going to be really mad at you, Jeffrey. 16.
No, Darrell was there with 12. Kelsey was with 10. All right. Let's go into the next one here. Most people agreed it was a bourbon. We did have a few that strayed with the rye or a single malt.
Single
malt.
And then most people gravitated towards not finished. Some people said finished. As I said, they were thinking it was 6 years finished, and that's what was giving it that darkness. Kentucky was the leading answer on state. So congrats to Dan again for that one. Kentucky is correct. A few people did think it was Indiana too, just like Darrell and Kelsey.
Well, no, I went Kentucky.
You said Indiana.
No, he said Kentucky.
I said Kentucky, but I thought Indiana. Yeah, I said Kentucky.
Well, that changes everything. Hold on.
It's not enough to make a difference, so it's all right. Or is it?
Or is it? Now I got to see that.
I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my last place finish. That's okay.
Stop.
All right. Let's see. Some last minute drama here. We'll have to roll that tape back. Let's see if it makes a difference. I don't know. It could make a little bit of a difference.
And that means no difference at all, guys. You're good. So, 10 people in Kentucky. Got some Texas in there, some Tennessee in there. Indiana.
There's that one.
So, Kentucky 105. 15 year. What the heck is?
All right, hold on. I got to do some recalculating here. Drama at the very end.
It's definitely not Calumet. I don't have any.
No, it's not Calumet. It's Sam Houston 15. That fucker.
Sam Houston 15? Really?
Yes.
That good?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kelsey.
Yes, you do, you little jerk.
No, I don't. I don't have any idea. None at all.
I've never had a Sam Houston bottle. Like, I didn't know they were that good.
Yep. I knew I'd tasted it before. Son of a bitch.
It made a slight difference, but nothing too much. So I'm not going to reload this presentation. It just everyone's still equal though. So everyone that kind of, I don't know, you'll see later on the Patreon when I post the sheet. But what I show is still the rankings. All right.
No, it's not Calumet, Mark. It's Sam Houston, buddy.
But Sam doesn't go to 115 proof, dude.
It was 103 proof.
Oh,
ratings across the board here. Some people liked it, some people didn't. People gravitated towards the 7 and 8 on this one. I think the Oakwood in the profile was a little bit of a turnoff to some people. All right. Distillery guesses. People threw out Angel's Envy, Bardstown, Barton, Brown Foreman, Buffalo Trace, Hard Truth, MGP, Barton, Heaven Hill,
Barton,
etc. Kelsey,
the cherry would make sense for Barton, but I think
you are so wrong that you are indeed right. And Todd Ritter knew it, and OH knew it as well.
It's Sam Houston 15. I knew I'd tasted it before. God bless America.
But
I should have heard some
15s and 16s.
Here's some bottle guesses. People were saying Calumet 16. Todd guessed Calumet 15. If Todd would have guessed Sam Houston, he would have taken the entire thing correct.
Way to go, Todd!
By the way.
Holy crap.
And as I said, we had a Pappy 23 guess, though I'm not sure if Wise Guys.
Here's the thing we have to keep in mind. Here's the thing you have to keep in mind. All the people that got to do this not live got to spend as much time and grab bottles side by side.
Isn't it the same bottle though? Like, is there any difference between Sam Houston and Calumet?
Distillery, but it's different. It's the same distillery. Yeah. It's just a difference between a 2-batch or a 3-batch. What is yours? Is it 2-barrel or 3-barrel?
So it's going to be a 3-barrel here.
Some states got a 2-barrel, and then the larger states got a 3-barrel. So
we got the Kentucky 5 here.
Dude, that's really good.
Yeah,
3 barrels on that one. So I've had this one sitting in the bar for a little bit. So I was like, oh, this is the perfect excuse.
I should have listened to Dan.
Dude, that's good, man.
You were so close though when you guys were talking Calumet. I was like, oh no, they might figure it out. So look at this clinic. Todd Ritter comes in and scores 17 points right off the rip there.
Did I not score even 8?
Looks like my order's off. Well, I kind of lessened how much I had to update, so I took your names off of there. But you did get 8. Looks like I'm kind of off on this page a little bit because of my adjustments, but that's still kind of the top 5 people that were in there. Sam actually had 11. Dan had 10. And then Christine OH, top dog. They're all sitting right there as well with the 8 points. So Sam, you did better than I had. I don't know why I had 8 there. You did 10. And then we had a log jam right below them of a whole bunch of people that did really well as well. So people are probably doing math, trying to figure out where they are in the rankings based on how everything fell. Ben and Christine have been fighting week after week after week. And in the end, they tied. We'll keep the tie. They will be co-champions for 2023. Congratulations to Ben and Christine Vasco.
I got my butt whipped, man.
I can't wait for Bourbon Karma. Come on, Bourbon Karma.
Mark, you may have helped, but I'm giving all the credit to Christine. Sorry. And then congrats to Gandy Road finishing out the podium. Turks not too far behind. And then Dark Horse, I mean, Todd almost went from middle of the pack to podium based on the clinic he put on this flight. Even if you would have gotten Sam Houston, though, you would have been just one step behind Todd.
You know, if you wouldn't have seen the answers, Jeff, he probably wouldn't have done that well. If you got to quit doing that just to make him feel good.
He nailed it. Now, the thing that drives everybody nuts is when somebody nails something, I then text everyone and I say, somebody nailed it. And everyone that submitted their answers is like, it was me. Top Dog hates me for that. He was talking about that last Thursday. He's like, stop doing it. And then I did it again.
Oh, next year is going to be fun, Jeffrey. That's all I'm going to say. Next year.
I know. I'm in for some punishment. We'll reverse the roles so that everyone can have some fun.
It won't all be rice whiskey. I promise.
Thank you so much, everybody, for participating in this. I hope you enjoyed the experience of going through a blind flight. And doing this type of challenge. I mean, it is nerve-wracking. You never know what to expect. It could be anything. And so many people, I think, were trying to play me versus playing the flight. And I don't think you would have predicted that I would put these particular bottles in. Oh, the Vic versus the Jigs. I will say it was close, but Mr. Jigs takes this year. So Mr. Jigs did beat Vic. Jigs came in at 34 versus Vic, who came in at 26. Though I do think Vic's downfall is that he did all of them in an hour and submitted all of his answers about 4 weeks ago. I still think that was Vic's downfall. So, Vic, next year, take your time. All right. Well, I'll remove that now. Thank you, everybody. And then for Super Chats here, we'll go about 6 more minutes, everybody. So if you want to get in on the flights, we got 5 giveaways tonight. The first one is going to be a Weller flight featuring a pour of WLW, but you also got the CYPB, Weller 12, and the Weller Foolproof. As Kelsey said, I'm going full tater. Also got 1 more sample pack of the Advent Challenge here. So if you want to have a chance to taste those or backups of those, if you love them so much, there they are. All the bottles are gone at this point. So this is the last of the pours that are available. As I said, this Sam Houston, I mean, I eked out every drop of it I could just to get out the samples across everybody. And then... That's
a really good blind pour, by the way, Jeff.
It's a tricky one. I've been hanging on to it for a while, and I was like, oh, this is the perfect timing for it. The Kelsey's doing a flight of Michter's. Darrell, you said you're just going to do a hitter flight. I don't know if you themed it.
I'm going to do a banger flight, but one sample, since I got it this year and shared it with you guys, I'm going to throw in that Book is Rye as one of them.
Move the Booker's Rye.
Better
Man,
hurry.
I might end with that sample now that you said it out loud. And then
I'm gonna throw that in there along with some other good stuff. Yeah.
And then
look at them coming in.
Like, wait a minute.
Dan was very nice and put in a dusty pour too. So he's got that bottle behind him of what was it, the
Cascade.
Yep, at the George T. Stagg Distillery.
Still at Stagg, yeah.
Oh, such great stuff.
Yep.
And then I also have a sample here to try. Maybe I'll do this one. I got the 1962 Old Tailor that you gave me, Dan. I figured since we were together.
Very nice.
I'll try that one.
It's a goodie.
Oh, they're
Old Tailor.
all right.
Major Zero's in for one. JG's in for one. I don't know if you got Top Dog and Gandy, but
I will catch up. You keep everyone occupied as I type here.
All right. Oh, man. I have to say, we were talking about Rise earlier. I did my review of some Rise that will be coming out soon, and very surprised by the 10-year Rise this year from Michter's as well as over at Heaven Hill and Parker's. So that's a little preview for what's coming up on my reviews. If you didn't catch Darrell's review today, you need to go make sure that you check Batch 7 out. So that's going to be a good one. K-Luke has really been progressive, in my opinion, progressively getting better and better with each release. So I'll be interested to see what next year holds for them as well. Oh, Northwest Bourbon's in here. Cheers to you, man.
Yeah, cheers, Mark.
I was thinking with him yesterday.
And Moose, I didn't see you in here earlier, but I saw the little thing. So cheers to you, Moose. What's going on, buddy?
All right.
Duracell for Darrell. Nice.
Duracell's for Darrell.
All right. Just a few more minutes here on the Super Chats up, Dan.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
Thank you, buddy. Jeez. So, Dan, let's reflect here a little bit. 2023 coming to a close. What was your favorite whiskey event or whiskey moment in general of 2023? I love putting you on the spot with these questions, don't I?
Man. I was going and doing the I think the Starlight pick and the Blue Rum pick all together in that short amount of time with some really good people. That was a really good time. Being able to meet up with whiskey friends and collaborate and do picks, I think one of the best experiences you can have in this thing we call whiskey tube. But it's great, collaborating with people and having people on the channels. But I think being able to spend time with people in person rather than on screen, I think it's just it becomes more personal. There's certain things, there's certain aspects you get to kind of enjoy more, and I think it's something to look forward to for next year. Hopefully being able to meet up with all three of you guys in person is going to be exciting. But for me, I would probably say it was probably that Starlight pick and that Blue Rum pick kind of combined as they merged together. So again, just those in-person events are just the Sagamore event was awesome too. Being able to meet a lot of people there and see a lot of people, that was also another one. So I would say just the events that I was able to do in 2023 was probably the most memorable for me.
Very cool.
How about you, Kelsey and Darrell?
A couple of things stuck out to me. One, not so much that we had to do a fundraiser that was the coolest part, but seeing how community stepped up and took care of one of their own and taking care of Miss Navia, making sure she has what she needs and Darrell has what he needs was mind-blowing to me in one night. And then with the barrel that Jared donated, just the money that was raised in a short amount of time was really, really cool to see. And then obviously our trip on Bourbon on the Banks with everybody that came out, and we got to hang out and be together for almost a week. That was special. And watching Jeff cry and and about die from drinking Smoke Wagon was probably the highlight of that trip.
You never miss a moment on bringing that up. You need to load that clip into this.
I do need to load it up into here so I can
you can start clicking on it all the time just to crack yourself up, just randomly.
Darrell,
Darrell, you're on mute. He's
Sorry.
He's
Bourbon
something.
On the Banks was definitely a highlight for me, man. Good times. Like just funny moments, as this guy said, with us, the whole card games, just everything about that trip was just fantastic. But like I can touch on what you said, Kelsey, as well, with like the fundraising and everything. That's just absolutely insane. But just getting together with everybody, and hanging out in Kentucky was just, it was my joy of the year for sure.
Awesome.
Yep. Awesome. What about you, Jeff?
I agree. I wore the Summer Jam shirt to remind myself to ask this question. That was my subtle cue. Like, if I wear this, I'll remember to ask everybody this question. But between Summer Jam, I guess it was like the 2-month swing of it, of going to the Junkies meetup and the Summer Jam and then doing our trip in Kentucky. That was a 2-month bender, it felt like, of just fun and laughs and nonstop. So I don't think I can pull that off again in 2024. So I will just love it for what it was in 2023.
I do have one extra, and I told about it, and I forgot to mention it, which was my bucket list was checked off. I got to drink with Jimmy Russell and Bruce Russell, and got to do a pick at Wild Turkey in the old warehouse. So that was a bucket list for me. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me pull up the wheel here. I did go back through all of the super chats, double checked everything. So we are square. There is a total of 21 people in this, though that doesn't necessarily, bring up all the amounts necessarily.
Yeah.
All right, share screen. All right. Can everybody see that?
Yep.
All right. This will be for the flight of Weller that will include this William LaRue Weller. This thing's getting down. It's time to put this thing out to the pasture here. So let's share this and let some people enjoy it. So we will do that flight of Weller first. Dan, how many times should I hit the randomize button?
4.
All right. And away we go. Good luck to everybody. And thank you so much for not just contributing tonight, but contributing the whole year, participating and all the crazy things that we've come up with, all the likes, all the comments, showing up every Whiskey Wednesday. It has been amazing. Thank you.
You guys put out some amazing content, man. A lot of fun, amazing content. So I enjoy it.
All right,
hey,
Sam.
Chigosaurus. Way to go, Sam. Look at you.
Sam, thank you so much for that amazing contribution there. And congrats on this. I will get this to you as soon as I can. If I can get it to you by the new year type of a thing, I'll do my best.
Nice.
So, all right. Congrats to Sam. So he gets the Weller flight. All right. So next we said the Michter's flight. No, the Michter's flight makes sense. All right.
All these are great giveaways, by the way.
Dan, how many times should I spin again?
7.
Jeez Louise.
Good luck, everybody.
So for the Michter's flight, Mark.
I swear he's
the luckiest guy. I know. Oh my gosh. He's the new Doug H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mark.
Cheers, Mark.
Congrats to Mark.
I will get that out to you. I think I still owe him a bottle too, as well, from the week before.
There you go. Save on shipping.
Indeed, he's on there. I did update our list, so we can go through that later.
I'll double check it, but I think that's the same person who won it. The Russells.
So congrats to Mark. Now we'll do Darrell's flight. All right, Dan, how many times again?
Booker's Rye.
2.
So,
What'd you say, Dan?
2.
This is the point in time where Darrell always yells at me, so I don't even ask him anymore.
Telling you guys that
random.
Booker's rye. Whoever
Stop
gets it,
asking
man.
me.
That Booker's. Oh man.
Big
Vic.
It's definitely
Rigged. Let's do it again.
Oh, God,
No, we got to do it over again.
Baby
Do it
sass.
over again. Congrats, Vic.
Congrats, man.
There you go, Vic.
All right.
Baby sass
This is going to be for the Dusty Dan pour.
Yeah, we'll do 2 of these. So we'll do one and then another. So
Oh, one then another. All right. How many times should I randomize the first one?
10.
Jeez.
You're playing
All right.
into him. Stop encouraging him, Dan.
For the first one.
He enjoyed it. It looks like he's enjoying it.
All right.
Oh, JSL.
Jason.
All right.
Come on. Get it.
All right. There's one. And then I'll spin again here. I won't randomize again.
It's already random.
Okay.
Hit the button.
It's always random. Terrible. Who's that?
David Smith.
That's
Cheers.
cool.
All right.
I've seen that pop up on our.
You guys haven't had Dusty.
David,
Man, you're in for a treat.
I don't have your contact information. Hit me up at helloagainwhiskeyfriends@gmail.com. Email is in the description as well, but I need your contact info.
Nice.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
And then we got
tonight.
We got one more.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We got the
Yeah.
flight.
We got the flight here. So the last remains of these bottles that everyone's had some fun with. All right, let's spin it one more time. Lance Powell.
Nice.
And Lance,
man.
you didn't get to
There you
try these. These are going to Lance. All right.
Cheers,
perfect.
man.
I love it. Thank you
All
so
right.
much, everybody. That was amazing. Congrats to all of our winners, and thank you so much for coming in tonight. All right.
As he's getting that taken off the screen, guys, get ready to go over to see Jason crown the rye of the 2023, I believe is what he's doing tonight.
Is it
And
not fun to get it?
and he's also doing something else. But I know that tonight I saw him was doing the rye of the year, pretty sure.
I thought he was doing
2023 rye of the year and live blind tasting and ranking. So I didn't say anything about Blennigan.
Probably couldn't get. Nancy probably still didn't get her samples. That may be the thing.
Yep. So make sure you guys head over there in just a few minutes.
All right. Well, we hit the top of the hour here. We got 59 people in here. So, Dan, thank you so much for joining us here tonight, playing our little game, enjoying this pour of Sam Houston 15.
Absolutely. Thank you guys again for having me on. As
Really good. Granted, I haven't had it, but shit.
Yeah, that was good. That's a great blind pour for sure. Love it.
I thought MGP.
Thank you for having me on, guys. Much appreciated. Love spending time with you guys. So hopefully,
Can't wait to do it in person. Can't wait to do it in person.
Yeah, man, it's gonna happen
for sure.
Well, everybody, be sure to check out Dusty Dan's whiskey reviews if you aren't subscribed already. Though I'm sure most of you are. But if you're not, go over there right after this and subscribe to Dusty Dan.
Appreciate it.
Kelsey, why don't you sign off and then we'll go to draw.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Thanks so much. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Kelsey Time. And I'll send it up to the man, the myth, the legend above me, the Whiskey Saint. Cheers, Darrell. Hope you guys have a good new year.
Yes, sir. So, yeah. The Whiskey Saint at IG and just literally through here, guys. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Hello again, Whiskey Friends. Just continue to follow us through here. Keeping it fun, keeping it interesting, bringing on great guys like this guy over here, Mr. Dan, just having a good time. So that's what it's about, literally.
Oh, yeah. So thank you for joining us for the last Whiskey Wednesday of 2023, everybody. Enjoy your new year. The next time you see us, it will be 2024, which is a very weird thing to say out loud. But go head over to Jason's, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you